During the early stages of the Civil War, the Union Army controlled Charleston, West Virginia, and the Kanawha River Valley. The Battle of Charleston, conducted on September 13, 1862, reversed control briefly to the Confederate Army. At that time, the territory was located in the southwestern sector of the state of Virginia. The actual combat inflicted few casualties, but employed extensive use of artillery. Confederate General William Loring would defeat the Union forces headed by Colonel Joseph Lightburn at the Battle of Fayetteville on September 10th. He continued his pursuit down the Kanawha River, catching up with Lightburn's forces at the convergence of the Kanawha and Elk River 3 days later. A bridge already crossed by Lightburn's forces separated the two armies across the Elk River. They traded cannon barrages as Loring forces controlled the eastern sector and Lightburn's the western. Lightburn became convinced that his troops were excessively outnumbered from reports indicating a Confederate force of 10,000 soldiers were in scorching pursuit. That figure was only half correct, but spooked Lightburn into a hasty retreat. He knew that if his forces continued tracing the Kanawha River, a Confederate army trap was awaiting his approach. Employing conservative caution, he destroyed the crossing bridge fording the Elk River by setting it on fire and severing the cables. Throughout his plan for evacuation, the two armies continued to exchange shelling until late into the evening. Lightburn's planned retreat towards the secure terrain of Ohio was initially impeded by overloaded supply wagons. He solved that problem by appointing subordinate Colonel Lyman Elliott to oversee the logistics and loading. His modified strategy succeeded. His force's flight would become known as Lightburn's Retreat, requiring 3 days' journey before reaching the secure haven of Point Pleasant along the Ohio River. The battle was a decisive victory for the Confederate Army, enabling them possession of Charleston and a hefty inventory of supplies left behind. Loring had the opportunity that he didn't follow to inflict an even greater triumph for the Confederate cause, had he continued his pursuit of Lightburn's forces. The Confederate Army would control the city for only 6 weeks before the Union forces regained control of the area.